had such a lovely email this morning from a girl in Tehran. And basically she discovered the podcast through one of the guests, and through that had started watching the vlog. She might well be watching this. If you are, hello! You made my morning. It was such a lovely email. And remember a couple of episodes ago where I made that ridiculous sounding resolution. I want everybody in the world who is freelance to know that this exists. Yeah, that was it. So she said, yeah, if you want the whole world to know about it, here's me doing my bit. And she had written a couple of blog posts about being freelance. So thank you. Thank you so much. Also, I've been lining up some new animators to work with, editing some voiceovers. What's the betting I get a comment in the stream below this of somebody going, "You put milk in before the tea bag, what's wrong with you, man?" I'm actually doing 3 podcasts this week. I did one yesterday, I've got another one to do tomorrow. I realised when I set up Calendly to help schedule the podcasts, one of the settings I did was the fact that restrict it so that I could only record 1 podcast a day. And as soon as somebody had taken a slot, that day looked as if it was unavailable to everybody else. But I hadn't set it up to limit how many I do in a week, and obviously I've got client work to do as well. So suddenly, yes, I've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as podcasts. Had a really good coffee catch up in town today. They're really nice, not just for potential work, but just we're doing very similar things, and it's really nice sharing ideas, you know, the way we're refining our processes, all parents, so how we cope with that as well. So it's not just work. Really value those chats. Hopefully have more of them this year as well. Right now though, I've got to grab some lunch, do a quick bit of client work, do a podcast, and then get to the hospital to get my results as well. What a nice thing to come home to! So these, the Doing It for the Kids community, who I've mentioned quite a few times on here, and I went to their meetup before Christmas. Frankie, who runs it, she's a designer and has now launched a Doing It for the Kids shop with her own designs in it, including like a reward chart with stickers, but for parents, not for kids. So it's like, ate a proper lunch. Didn't lose much, but it's really nice just to support her shop. I have this vision one day of us being in a bigger house and me having my own office space. Imagine! But being able to fill it with like artwork of all of the different people who I've come into contact with. Like, I've spoken to so many designers and artists on the podcast, for example, whose work I'd love to buy, but you know, there's only so many walls. But it would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Have my own space and buy select little pieces, but know the story of how I met them and what their story is. It makes me really happy just thinking about being able to do that one day. So yeah, just got my results. If you remember, towards the end of last year, they found something in my mouth. They weren't sure what it was. Didn't think it was cancerous, but they didn't know what the hell it was, etc. Which obviously, anyway, you can go back and watch those videos if you didn't know. But the good news is it's all absolutely fine and nothing to worry about. They kind of likened it to getting calluses. You know, like when you get rough areas on your hands or something. Maybe I've been eating too many hobnobs. Anyway, thank God. I've been desperately trying to wake myself up this morning. I've had 2 espressos and I've just been dancing around the kitchen to Radio 1. I've had too many late nights. I was editing the vlog last night, and in the vlog I was editing the vlog late at night. And the next morning going, oh, I was editing the vlog. And now here I am, the morning after late night editing the vlog. It is so hard to do everything. To do all the client stuff you need to do, all the family stuff you need to do, to try and go for that run and have that lunch break, and to have coffees and meet people in real life, and to edit the podcast, record the podcast, do the vlog. Work. Told you, Radio 1's good this morning. So it is Friday night and I'm just walking to pick up a curry. I was going to cook, but to be honest, I'm just shattered today. I don't want to glorify not getting enough sleep. I've clearly been going to bed 11:30, midnight, getting up at like 6 a.m, even 5 a.m. this week. It's not good.
Because we don't track our time, we feel like we're busy the whole time, but half of that time you were maybe out having coffee or running around doing errands, and then at night when you have to work you think, oh, woe is me, it's night time and I have to now be productive, but actually you weren't maybe all that productive during the day.
It's Sunday. Yesterday I took our daughter to a party. There's another one today and it was my wife's turn, but she's got a really horrible cold. And even though I've got work to do, I took pity on her. I feel like we're in a good position. We've got 2 weeks into a half term. Lots to do.
And then at night when you have to work, you think, oh, woe is me, it's night time and I have to now be productive. But actually you weren't maybe all that productive during the day. And so it's important to just focus on the fact that you do have that freedom to do your own schedule and plan, your own life.